Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Book and Banter Society. I am your humble host, Lisa, welcoming you again. And I have the sequel to Blacula. So today's feature is Scream, Blacula Scream, rated PG, 1973, with a running time of 1 hour and 36 minutes. But before we get to the fun stuff, let's get two things out the way. First of all, spoiler alert. I am not going to tell you how this movie ends, but I'm going to tell you everything else. So just letting you know. And number two, the disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Book and Banter Society are my opinions and my opinions alone. I am not a professional movie critic. I just watch movies, I love them, and I present them to you. And also, too, with some of these movies, there may be blood, gore, violence, some dialogue that may trigger you, just to let you know. You have been warned. I do not go out of my way to offend anybody, but like I said, you may be triggered by some things, images, audio, things of that nature. So just warning you and just letting you know. So, okay, on with the show. Well, look what we have here. It looks like we have some type of voodoo statues and candles lit. And actually, this is a very somber occasion. And it's a somber occasion because voodoo queen Mama Lua has passed away. And Lisa is in mourning because Mama Lua was like a mother to Lisa. Okay, you guys, things are getting ready to turn left real quick. We have here Willis. Now, Willis was Mama Lua's biological son. And he should be in mourning because his mother just passed. But no, he's really doesn't seem to be in mourning. And he's like, "Oh, wait, my mother didn't name a successor? Well, it doesn't matter because the successor is me." And Lisa, in a quiet voice, tells Willis, "I'm sorry, but that's not true." Uh-oh. So what do you think? You think Willis is going to take this lightly? I don't think so. And look at this man right here. He is one of the mourners, and he is not happy with Willis because it's like, come on, Willis. This is a very somber occasion, and you're acting a fool. So, anyway, this man is like, look, she didn't name anybody, so it is going to a vote. And Willis looks at him and he's like, oh no, this is BS. And, he didn't say BS, he said it. He said, "The leadership goes to me." So this lady right here, one of the mourners, she could not hold her tongue. She looked at Willis and was like, "Come on. Do you have to do this now, right here? Like, can't this wait?" Well, Willis walks up to her and it's like, oh, he is so mad. It's like, "Oh my god, is he gonna hit her?" Like, it's like cringe. He is so mad. He's like, "It belongs to me. Do you understand?" And the next thing you know, Lisa, in a quiet voice, says, "It's not gonna happen unless we vote you in." Woo! Well, Willis is literally getting ready to go 0 to 100. Now, keep in mind, Lisa is sitting, facing the deceased voodoo queen. So her back is to Willis. Willis doesn't care. He's like, she doesn't need to look at me. So he looks at the back of her head and said, "Let me tell you something, B." It's like, what? He goes, "I'm the heir." And it's like, you know what? You in trouble, Lisa. And he said, everybody in here is in trouble because no one turns their back on Big Willis. It's like, what? Okay. Then he tells Lisa, if my mom didn't take you off the street, you still would be on the street selling yourself. It's like, whoa. Now I'm paraphrasing, of course, but yikes. Well, as you can see, I told you things are going to turn left. I mean, we're already left. Now it's going to be left, left. So this guy right here, who happens to be Lisa's boyfriend, he grabs Willis by his collar, pins him up against the wall, and said, "You are not going to touch Lisa or anybody in this room. Do you understand?" So Willis, he straightens up his clothes and, you can tell he's a little embarrassed. And he's getting ready to leave, so he gives this little smile to everybody. And he's all, "Okay, you guys, take care." And you kind of know with that smile, we'll probably be seeing him again. So when he's leaving, this lady shouts out, "We're still going to vote for Lisa." I'm like, dang, she's definitely making sure he does not forget. So, wow. So Willis is he's embarrassed. Now look at this old man right here. Now, doesn't he look weird? Look at him. So he's on the ground and he's kind of like moving dirt away from the floor. And it's like, what is he doing? And who is he looking at? Of course, he's looking at Willis. Uh-oh. I kind of have a feeling Willis is getting ready to be over his head. Yep, he's gonna go a little too far. Anyway, so this old guy here is telling Willis, "You know what? I was in the same position you were in before. I was supposed to be in this high position and it was taken away from me. So, I'm going to give you this bag of bones, but you can't be afraid of power." And Willis is like, "Me afraid of power? Please, I'll take the bones." And this is when Willis becomes Prince. I don't know, for some reason, it must be the hair, the bird. I don't know why. I was just thinking when doves cry, it's like, dig if you will, the picture. Remember that video? You guys remember that video? Prince is in the bathtub, and the next thing you know, he crawls out the bathtub on all fours. Man, that video is epic. But anyway, I digress. So the next thing you know, Willis is doing some kind of ritual here. And he starts chanting all this stuff over these bones right here. And, ooh, creepy. Look at Willis. It seemed like he's even worked up a little bit of a sweat. I mean, he's like, is this going to work? He's about to find out. So as Willis is doing his ritual, it's like boom, a plume of smoke just comes out. And at that exact moment, like Lisa, it's like something comes over her, like, something isn't right. She just feels something. In the meantime, as you can see, her boyfriend's not feeling anything. He is catching some Z's. So at this point, Willis is exhausted. Look at him. He got his can of beer. He's like, "Hey, I don't know. if this ritual is going to work or not, but I need a break. Well, you guys, this is a creepy part. Do you see the shadow? I do. You see that shadow on the wall? Now Willis is supposed to be in the house alone, but so who does the shadow belong to? Well, this is a point where if you were watching this in the movie theater, you would be yelling at the screen, "Willis, run! Willis, turn around! Willis, do something!" Damn. Man, look at that grip. Someone is gripping him right on the back of his neck. Can you imagine how scared he is? But wait a second, he shouldn't be scared, right? Because he's Big Willis. Damn! Look at that. He's scared to like, I want to turn around, but I'm scared to turn around. Ah! Look what Willis sees when he turns around. Damn! Oh my god. That is scary. Oh my god. This has to be the funniest picture. Oh my god. Give him some kind of nomination for an Academy Award, a Emmy, something. Look at the look on his face. That is priceless. So, as you can see, Willis has on some shades and everything. So, and his neck was bitten. So, you already know what that means. But look at him. He got some nice threads on. Look at that. And he's trying to look in the mirror, but he doesn't see a reflection. So he's like, damn, what's going on? I'm getting ready to go to this party, this little get together. I need to see myself. Like, come on, what's going on? I'm looking nice. I guess I'm looking nice. I don't know. I can't see myself. And look at Blacula. Blacula's looking at him and he's like, yes, that's one of the disadvantages, basically of being a vampire. You can't see your reflection. First of all, notice how Blackula got real comfortable in this house. Look at him. I don't know, what is he sipping on? Sherry, cognac? What's he got? Look at him. He's like, yes, that's one of the disadvantages. It's like he has really made himself at home, you guys. Oh my god, so now Willis is acting like a brat. He's like, "Man, since I can't see how I look, I don't even know if I wanna go to this party anymore. What?" So, Blackula is like, "What party? What?" And he goes, "Yeah, and he was talking about how one of his friends is gonna have a little get together to show off some African artifacts. And Blackula's like, "Oh, okay." So then the next thing you know, Willis gets up and like, "Hey, so how do I look? Since I can't see myself, what do I look like?" And Blackie was like, "Oh, so you are going to the party? You changed your mind?" Will's like, "Yeah, what the hell? I might as well go." And he goes, "Because my girlfriend's gonna be there anyway, and if I'm not there, she's gonna get mad. So Blackula, see ya. Don't wait up." Well, the next thing you know, Blackula stands up and he tells Willis, "You aren't going anywhere. As a matter of fact, you don't leave this house unless you have permission from me. And if you leave this house without my permission, I will slice into your chest." Damn. And he says it Shakespearean style. So what do you guys think? Do you think like Big Willis, he thinks he's all big and bad. You think he's going to listen to Blackula and go to the party anyway? Or is he going to listen to what Blackula says? So, in the meantime, as you can see, now this is Willis's house. Technically, it's not his house. He's kind of like house sitting. But as you can see, it's kind of dark and everything like that. And Willis is getting ready to have some company. So in the meantime, Blackula leaves the room and he goes to this other room. And it's kind of sad because he kind of was staring at this globe and he was having flashbacks of when he was turned into a vampire. So, he's kind of doing a little bit of reflection there. Okay, so we have Blackula being sad because he's reminiscing about, what his life was like before he was turned into a vampire. And we have Willis who's grounded. In the meantime, you see the station wagon right here? In this station wagon is two of Willis's friends because they're picking him up to go to the party. Man, something tells me this is not gonna go well. Okay, so his friends go to the front door, and guess what? They try the knob. It opens. It's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Front door unlocked. All right. And then they step into the foyer of this huge mansion and they're like looking for Willis. Like, come on, Willis, we're gonna be late for the party. Where are you?
Well, I don't think they'll be going to the party tonight. I don't know. What do you think, you guys? Something's telling me. They are not coming to the party. See, they snooped around too long. Yeah. Oh, Lord. And look at Willis, aka Big Willis. Blackula has certainly done a number on him. And I get, look, he's grounded anyway, so I bet he's like, look, I'm hungry. It is time to eat.
And look at Willis's friend. The look of horror on her face. Oh, and a side note. When it comes to this part, you may want to turn the sound down on your TV or on your phone because she's going to be screaming a lot and it's going to be very, very loud.
Oh, and look at the poor lady. No, she's not dead. She got so hysterical looking at Willis and Blackula that she fainted. And you know what? Hell, can you blame her? Did you see Big Willis? He looked horrible. And remember, that's her friend. So she's like, what the hell is going on? And Blacula, you know how usually he looks all distinguished and, the little Shakespearean thing going on? Not tonight. Man, tonight, I mean, both of them are like freaking hungry. It's like, but in a way, it's kind of like, isn't it kind of good that she fainted so she doesn't have to see what's going to happen to her? She may not even feel it, but if she feels it, it's going to be over. So who knows? Maybe it's like fainting is the thing. Just faint. Damn, look at Mr. Shakespeare. Oh, my God. Anyway, he's looking at Willis. And he's just giving Willis this look like, okay, like, are you going to bite her neck? Do you want me to do it? Like, what's going on here? And Willis is the one that bites her neck.
And on that note, this concludes part one of Scream, Blackula Scream. Now, don't worry, you guys. I'm not going to leave you hanging for too long. I will be right back with part two.